how you doing, man?
Oh, hi. Hi, good morning.
Morning, morning.
Chris, right?
I'm sorry?
Chris?
This is.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm awesome, man. How about yourself?
So far, okay.
How about that?
Yes.
Do me a favor, man.
Yeah.
State your last name, your city, and your state for me.
Yes, my last name is Rungojana. It's RongRojana. My city is New York City.
And the state, of course, is New York.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's 10:40 a.m. and it
Yep.
is September the 9th.
Uh,
9th?
it's September 10th.
10th. Okay. Thanks.
Son.
Yep. And how'd you hear about us?
I was, I had an ongoing case, divorce, custody is very high conflict. And I was looking at YouTube with the child support and stuff, and I stumbled upon another individual and also yourself.
Uh-huh.
But you yourself do the paperwork, I see. So that was my issue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the unfortunateness of a lot of individuals. A lot of individuals they got this thing where they talk you, hype you up, and then shove pamphlets and nonsense in your face, and that's
Yes.
not helping. You need the wording done. You need the literature, and
Yep. Yes.
so I definitely appreciate it. All right, we had a little bit of an incident where somebody paid for you. Who was that paid for you?
It is my ex girlfriend. She was helping me with my case.
Oh my god, man. So hold on.
No, but she's good. She's good.
Hold
It's my
on. Okay. So your ex-girlfriend
yes.
uh uh paid us a long time ago.
Yeah, in August 11, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And she was trying to get through. She booked a couple appointments, and I
Yeah.
myself how to book it.
No, I got you. I don't know. I've never been on that back part of Facebook that
Okay.
allowed you to book an appointment. We had no idea what the heck that was. So I had Lydia
Okay.
look into it. We didn't see that. Our
Yeah.
thing is we have been doing for years. Text us, and Lydia handles all that. So that was the mistake. And I came across her before. I remember she said she did something, and I think I responded, "That's not how we book appointments." But so
Right.
we got it squared away, and so here we are. So here I'm gonna tell you what I tell everybody. Don't worry about time. Give me the long version of what's going on. Okay?
Okay. So basically, my ex-wife, we have a child, one child that we share. I,
Uh-huh.
I, I was married previously and divorced. I have three children, my uncle, but I'm more concerned about this one.
So you
And so
got four
now
kids total,
four children total,
and
yes.
this is just the one with the one.
Yeah, it's this one here that she basically, just a long story, she made a lot of false allegations and basically gave me that silver bullet divorce. She got me jailed,
Mm-hmm.
twice. CPS was investigating me twice for all her stuff that she was coaching our son at the time, like 3 years old, to see all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been, because I went through like three attorneys. I'm right now, pro se. So I went through a couple of hearing. The last hearing was like a trial with a court reporter, which I wasn't aware of. They don't give me, they basically, since I wasn't represented, they basically just treat me like, like I was
Right.
outcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a little studying with obviously my ex-girlfriend. She helped me understand like the rights and the Constitution, all these, you know, Title 40 and all this other stuff.
Right.
And
Right.
basically, I'm looking to get help with the paperwork from
Right.
you. And also, I wanted to, sue her civilly because she made me almost lose my job that I had.
And how long ago was all this going on now?
I filed Because I filed for divorce since the end of 2021. It got indexed at the beginning of 2022, and then in February 28th, that's when she made the call, saying it was domestic violence and stuff. But I never touched her and did anything to her, and that's when they came and they arrested me.
So, so you filed for divorce first, and then the allegations came.
Yes, yes. And basically, I used to live in Florida, so the mother of my kid, I had a firearm license down in Florida, so I transported the firearm up here back in like 2016 or 17. She was very well aware of everything. I locked everything up in the case in the apartment that we share in New York City. And then when I filed the divorce, that's when she was, obviously vindictive. And she called, and she called and she told the cop that I had a firearm. That's when they arrested me for the possession of firearm. But the whole case, Chris, she admitted to the ADA that she did that intentionally, just because I filed for divorce.
How did you find out that she admitted it? She intentionally did it intentionally. How did you find out about that?
Because when I was fighting I had hired a criminal defense attorney to help me but they charged me with possession of illegal firearm, and then they knocked it down to like possession of ammo, and then I pleaded guilty with all the condition and the community service and everything, and at the end I pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct. So they knew that this was a case that had to deal with the marital and the divorce, and the ADA interviewed me and ADA interviewed her, and she admitted to them.
And did this admittance, is it on email or did they tell you in a report?
It's on my paperwork that I filed a motion or petition when I had my attorney.
When did that admission? When was that admission? When was it?
It was at 2022. Is when I got interviewed, and I believe she also had interview with them also. That's what she has said it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I got suspended with no pay for like almost 4 months.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an electrician at LaGuardia Airport.
Wow. LaGuardia Airport.
Yeah. So I work for the Port Authority. I'm not sure you're familiar with
Yeah. I used to listen, man. When I was a kid, I remember when they put the first Wendy's. Well, I don't know. It was on 8th Avenue. And I used to go home through the Port Authority right there on 42nd and 8th.
Yeah, the bus terminal.
Yep. I actually, when I became 18 and used to work with my dad, my run was the garment district.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yep. So I actually, one last one. I actually watched 42nd Street go from every other spot 25 cent.
Yes.
25 cent. Come in here. Two girls will suck your dick. Next one, orgies only.
I know. I worked at the Port Authority, but I worked there in 2014. But I heard stories like way back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
New York was something else in the 70s and the 80s, and now you go down 42nd Street and it's beautiful and clean. Thanks to Mayor Giuliani. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just a heads up, they're gonna build a whole new bus terminal there.
What are they gonna do with the other one?
There was a plan that they were supposed to build a whole new one, but I think they're gonna tear that old one down.
Wow.
But they're gonna build a new one on top of it, just like what they did with LaGuardia Airport.
Right.
The whole airport was operational, but they built a new airport on top of the old one.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I bet you it's going to be taller too. I bet you it's going to be hotels. It's going to be crazy.
I did see the print, but it's a lot involved.
Of course it is. They're going to put stores in there, more stores. It's going to be crazy. I can imagine. I miss New York. God damn. But yeah, go ahead, man. Yep. Wow.
It's
yes. So, all right. So, how old are you?
I'm going to be 50 this year.
Uh-huh.
And I know this case, just a little background, because my first divorce, I had 3 children, was uncontested. It was done like in 6 months.
Right.
This one here, and I didn't know much about what went on. This one here, I actually did a whole bunch of research with my ex girlfriend helped me, because she's a retired NYPD.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
yeah, so she's able to help me, and she kind of like when I told the story what happened, like she like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this woman was, she had a whole facade, and I helped out with the paperwork, resident status, and this is what I get. I almost lost my job. I
Hmm.
lost maybe like over, I would say like $100,000.
What's your
I
nationality?
I am from Thailand.
Wow, I was about to say, I was just looking at videos. This morning, I looked at the Philippines. Last night, I was looking at uh, Da Nang, I think it was.
Yes, yes, sir.
Da Nang, Thailand. And I was like, this guy did like 3 videos on Da Nang. And he was like, nah, I don't want to go there. Da Nang is more of a better place and all that. Because I'm getting the hell out of here, man. Next year, I'm either I got another appointment at the VA with the VA next week Monday and see if my retirement benefits, as far as my health plans, will cover me when I go to another country. But
Yes, sir. Oh, you
um,
live in the country? Okay.
yeah, I don't want to be an American no more. I just I'm single. I'm great. I'm worth a
Yeah,
lot. I'm healthy,
but
and the women
yes,
here is just
I know they got a different mindset. I can tell you that.
yep. So I'm listening to you. I can hear your accent. It's the reason why I asked. And when you said you brought her over here, um, women gain the love for a destructive mind due to the laws here in America. That's
Yes.
it. It's the laws allow them to have a destructive mind. That's it. The laws. The laws
Yeah,
tell them
it's
whatever you think of. It happened. Hell with that. It happened. No, it didn't. Yeah, she said it did.
yes, yeah. They go off by what she says to them. And Chris, the, I never threatened her in any way, never touched her or anything. And the judge basically rubber stamped her. It became a temporary order of protection, and it became permanent last time I went to court. The judge got upset at me because I was advised not to say anything, just to go in court and say I'm not going to testify to anything unless my temporary order of protection is expunged. I said this woman's making accusations. I never threatened her, but obviously she has an attorney. I think he's a Jewish guy and he's part of like the appeals court or something. I researched him up, and she's
Mm-hmm.
basically they're taking like 3-4 items and they accusing me of all this stuff, which is all nonsense. The judge never. I went through like 3 judges already. And then when I started speaking up, pro se, they were, like kind of like, oh, you better go get an attorney. I said nothing. I was advised not to say anything. I was trying to get my order protection expunged because that's gonna, harm me. She can easily say whatever that I was around there, and they come with no questions asked, and they just arrest me,
Right.
and
No,
I'm
no,
not
you
gonna.
did the right thing. We just I'm dealing with a case in Brooklyn right now where an
Yeah,
individual, the ethics committee told him, well, you was advised when you decided to go pro se that you would be held in the highest standards as an attorney. Well,
no, that's
what?
not true.
Well. Here's the deal. I've been doing this 25 years, and so when I've been doing this 25 years, I'm representing people that the people that they're interacting with think that just this started last week, and so their knowledge of it is last week's knowledge. The people that all my clients are fighting don't know that their power source is from somebody with 25 years experience. So
Yeah,
when we filed the ethics violation and the ethics committee said you're going to be held in the highest guard, the knee-jerk reaction from the judge was to throw out all the motions that he filed. This happened 2 weeks ago in August. All the
yeah,
motions that he filed from way back in January, under the context he didn't serve opposing counsel. Well, guess what? He did serve opposing counsel. So
right,
now this whole thing is gone federal. And now we're saying
right,
to the ethics committee, it's obvious you have the pulse of this corrupt judge. Now, this is
yeah,
the reason that he said he threw him out, and this is what was done. To this, you say what? Because here's what we told them. Here's what you don't understand. I may have been going through this for 2 years with this woman. However, the father's organization is helping me 25 years. How do you think I know all the stuff that the judge is doing wrong? How do you think I know that?
Yes.
And we told them, how do you think I know everything that the judge is doing wrong?
They didn't like that.
No. Hey, listen, I have never, ever dealt with a judge. When I tell people, I will turn every judge from a pit bull, I will turn them into a poodle. My clients don't believe me. Nope, nope, nope. Then when it started happening, man, the judge did this, the judge did that. But they wouldn't have did that before had you not done that. It's called the knee-jerk reaction. Of course they're going to do it. So, so that's what it gets down to.
It does all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just,
Yeah, you don't know. So that's what
I don't know. Yeah.
I did videos about that. Like how do you do this and not? Yeah, listen. Yes. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yes, sir.
Your paperwork is your argument. I'm gonna give you an example. Give you an example of what I mean. Your paperwork is your argument. When they say, Mr. Smith, come forward and you shall be heard. All right, the judges will now hear the arguments, right? All right. So I'm gonna tell you about a specific. I got a client in South Carolina, and this client got a divorce. And in the divorce, she had to give somebody some money. Now the money was based on child support. So the husband didn't have to pay child support, blah, 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 blah. It was some equity in the house. However, the husband, who was just like getting along real fine with her, was total harmony. But then all of a sudden, he remarries. Then all of a sudden, the new wife is now, we need to do this to her. And he's following the protocol of his new wife.
Yes.
Now, I'm not taking the guy's side on that. I'm a side with my client, right?
Right.
So here's the deal. Here's a guy that married a woman that owns an RV park. Now, all the time that this woman was going through this nonsense with this guy, I said, so his new wife got what? And he does what? I said, no, we need to ask for more child support. She had no idea what I was talking about. I said, well, he now has this woman, and we went and did all our reconnaissance. We estimated that the thing was making $12,000 a month. We went back into the archives, and I said, send me some of the emails. And I said, well, when was this email sent? Well, how was he saying that he's taking a truckload, but yet 4 months before that, I got a divorce, and he said he wasn't working, and this and all that. And I put her together a masterpiece that I said the second he read this, the first thing he's going to do is have a bowel movement.
Oh.
Yeah. And she, now here's a person that would have never thought to put this together. I give you one more. I got a client of mine up in Rochester. You know what Rochester is.
Yes.
My man,
Niagara Falls.
right. My man, his ex-wife goes and get a restraining order. You quite sound like what you, but there was an issue with this restraining order. You see, it was executed on the 11th, but she got it on the 9th. What do you think happened during those 48 hours of her having that restraining order in her possession? What do you think happened?
Got arrested.
No. How dare you? How dare you? We talking about the dumb of women here. No, he came home. She sucked him off. Got up the next morning. Hey, when you come home, don't forget to stop and get the oil of Olay. All this is documented. So for 48 hours, she's interacting with him. He's home. It's business as usual. Little did he know, under the mattress lies a restraining order. So what's she do? She waits until 11 o'clock at night.
Calls.
And tells them, get out.
Yeah.
So here's what we did. We didn't just say, oh, you got a restraining order and you executed it 48 hours later. You know what we did? You know what we did?
No, sir.
We contacted the courts.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And we asked them, just curious, was you open 24 hours on the 9th and the 11th?
Right.
The courts responded, no, our office hours are between 8:30 and 5.
Right.
So on October 9th, 10th, and 11th, you wasn't open. Let's just say you had a special session where you was open at up until 12 midnight. They
Uh-huh.
basically said, no, look at, hell no, why would we be open? Why do you think we did that?
No, I don't, sir.
Because when you make your argument to the courts, you want to say, Your Honor, the courts was open standard hours. Why did she execute it at 11 o'clock at night?
Oh,
So you kill every timeline that she could possibly invoke as to why she waited
till the nighttime.
till the nighttime. She couldn't say, Your Honor, but on the 11th, the court was open. I filed on the 9th, yes, but it took them 2 days to prepare it, and the courts was open till 10:30 that night, and I didn't get home until 11. You follow me?
Yes.
So you kill all of that. All that extra work that you go through to build your case, it's worth it. So when you draft your paperwork up, they're looking at your paperwork like, damn, look at this. Yeah. We checked with the courts and made sure they wasn't open. Who does that? A person that's giving you no out. So
Yes.
now she has two $50,000 lawsuits filed against her.
Oh, good.
That's the way it works. You don't get to make a mockery of you do
Yeah.
not get to make a mockery of the law. The only reason why an individual makes a mockery of the law, unfortunately, this is why I would never believe a man. When a man cries and say a woman got him, I'm gonna say, nope, you let her get you. Atia LaShawn Bradley didn't get me.
Yes,
I respect my ex-wife, so I never said her name, but she didn't get me.
Yes.
She didn't get me. You tried to play me. I played you back, but you didn't get me. So that's what it gets down to when it comes to you wanting to fight a woman. And here, understand this. A lot of your victories will not be in the arena in which you got your losses.
Right, okay.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So, because the unfortunate with a lot of men, they think that, I'm gonna file this against her. No, hold on. Calm down. We want to go file this over here in civil court. No. Yeah. How much? Add up your child support every year. What that come to? 9,000. Yes. Well, we want 5 years. We want 50,000 in the lawsuit.
Yes, sir.
And that's how you do it. You see, because here's the one perspective that I will never believe, despite what a lot of men think. I will never believe that a woman is strong. I believe that they're weak. I'm saying this as a man that has testosterone running through my body. You're not going to ever tell me that a woman is strong-minded. You're not going to tell me that. I will believe, along with the courts, she will try to sell you on the fact that she's strong-minded.
Yes.
That's it. And you can believe it if you want to. I choose not to believe it.
I learned a lot, Chris. I never went in trouble with the law or anything for 40-some years of my life.
Right.
Until this woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she almost made me lose a job. I had a job for over 10 years that I built on myself. And I was in the process of putting a down payment on an apartment for my son and me. I even spoke to her about, hey, listen, you want to come over anytime, pick up the kid and go. She want none of that stuff. And then next thing you know, I assume somebody must have told her, do this, do that, do that. And then I found out it's like a silver bullet divorce. Like, attorneys actually recommend that stuff to like their women client. Mm-hmm. And I started looking into it. I'm like, wait a minute, this is exactly like what she's doing.
Yeah, I would tell any man, the first time your woman starts to do you wrong, just say, hey, thanks, I appreciate it.
Okay.
And then back up.
Yes.
Because it's like if you, let's say you walking down the street and just two guys step in front of you. You just look at them and say, hey guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna just turn around and go this way. But when you turn around and go the other way, you're now lifting up your jacket because you're about to put your hand on your shit and about to end them. You only saying, hey, all right, look, I'm sorry. You're only doing that to lower their deception of recognizing the threat, but you just elevated your narrative of, I'm about to go ahead and just deal with you. You know, so how's so the restraining order is still in effect? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's permanent now for 2 years, which is bogus. Like the judge, everything is gender biased. She's obviously. I just learned this too, Chris. That all this stuff is like a circus. Everybody else, they all in cahoots with each other.
Yeah, it's all cookie cutter. It's all. This is why my client in Brooklyn, they're begging him to get an attorney. This is why my client in Rochester, the judge assigned him counsel.
Yeah. Yes. The judge trying to tell me too. Next time you should come in, get an attorney. She's trying to tell me you couldn't get an attorney. I was like, I didn't say anything. And I said, no, I'm pro se. Yeah. But I was advised not to get an attorney because they're part of the whole problem.
Yeah. The reason what happens is, so I can tell you from the experience, when you get an attorney, the attorney is going to fall into the same curriculum that they're using against you. It's going to now be on your team. So I'm going to give you an example. So in Rochester, Mr. David Nutza was appointed counsel. I immediately drafted up a motion and said, I don't want a counsel because but I would like this attorney to recuse himself and report to the closest gym because he's a big boy, right? So when Dave Nutza came to me and said, when he went to court, how'd it go? The courts want to oppose me an attorney. Up until that point, he had us on retainer for 7 months. There was no problem with the motions. Everything was moving forward. The thing is, I told him, you know why they want you to get an attorney? No, because once you have an attorney, you can't file motions on your own anymore.
Okay.
And once you start filing motions on your own, you get to inject and start to argue points that an attorney would never have done.
Right. I noticed that too, Chris. They would do it without my knowledge. He would go in to have a conference without my knowledge.
There you go.
And I kind of understood, oh man, she's part of the whole thing. She's trying to sell me out. My own attorney trying to sell me out. And I pointed that out, Chris. I told the last attorney, I was like, what? I say, it seems like you're representing her and not me. So she kind of got upset, and she left, so I relieved her. And they also try to appoint me an old judge, my initial judge. She was like on retirement. So they assigned a new judge, and then that new judge was actually I saw him like just a couple of times, short period of time, Chris. And then they trying to assign me a new judge, the old judge. They were trying to get me to accept. I respectfully declined, and I told her that the judge was biased. She's gender biased, and it was not that, so I declined. And now they're appointing a new judge, so-called administrative law judge, and then this one is very nasty. She was threatening me.
She did? She threatened you? How so?
She threatened me with something with jail.
Why?
Because she was saying that I didn't want to, if I don't pay money or pay child support, you're going to go to jail. And I kind of, I said a couple of things. I said, I choose to raise my child in private. That's my parental rights. And I kind of told him, if anybody, violate my parental rights, I have no choice but, to take a step further. And they didn't like that. They didn't like that I spoke for myself.
Mm-hmm. So what's the status with the child support now?
It's still, the last time we went into a hearing and there was a court report, it was a trial with no jury. And basically...
the last, what I would tell people, that when you made that on a record and the judge said that, I would get the court transcripts. Every time, what I always tell my clients is always get the court transcripts. They are worth gold. If the judge said that after you said that, then it's. I
did. I have a transcript. I ordered the transcript.
Beautiful.
The only transcript that I have from the court report.
Beautiful. Yeah. So if that's the case, then I'm putting that judge in my sights, because
And I do have, I took my phone and I was recording the audio throughout my whole when I went pro se.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some recordings and stuff, and I have a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you. I'm gonna just give you an idea of what we say when we file stuff with complaints with the federal courts. We say things like, "Let's be clear: the days of we just getting pushed over, they're over." So allow me to present this to you in a way where it's obvious, as opposed to you trying to respond, trying to say it's a one-off. The judge, when a judge gets mad after I testify, that is the judge trying to pressure me and harass me into forcing my testimony. The judge is supposed to be neutral. By mere fact the judge gets mad means that the judge is part of the team. So
Yes.
this is how we put stuff in. We help them understand we're not talking to you. We don't use legal terminology. We don't use case law. We use none of that. We use, this is what the situation is. Why are you doing this? Period. We're not doing no court and law. We don't do none of that nonsense. A lot of people are proud to say that we do this. Is that esporte? We don't do none of that. None of that. That's all Greek terminology and everything. We're here in America. It's 2025. Okay.
And it works. All the stuff you're doing works.
Say that again.
I say all the stuff you're doing, Chris, works. So.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen. I tell people, I thank God. Listen, I am a perfect storm of all that you see when you see me. I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So that means I'm tough. I got beat up by my brothers, so that created a tough exterior. In addition to that, I haven't told people the story in years, but I stayed back in high school. And when I stayed back in high school, that second year of high school, they put me in special ed. So I was in special ed. And what I learned in special ed is people will quickly make fun of you based on what you're doing. And when I got put in special ed, the people that were in regular classes, they made fun of me. They said, you going to special ed. But when I went back to regular classes in 10th grade, so I did 9th grade in regular classes, my second year of 9th grade in special ed, but then I went back to regular classes in 10th, 11th, and 12th. I always felt like an outsider. I wanted to be back in special ed. I did not want to be with the regular people no more because they made fun of me. I'm like, y'all made fun of me. Why would I want to come back with you guys? But the special ed kids didn't say, you going back to regular. So that created, before I got out of high school, a hatred towards the norm, a hatred towards, say that again?
The culture of how things are.
Yeah, right. The mainstream. I hate the mainstream. And then my size gave me the ability to deliver the arrogance. But to sum it all up, the military homed it. They made me, when you're in basic training and a guy I remember Joe Sergeant Webb, I'm 6'1". Joe Sergeant Webb was probably 5'7". And he used to put his hand in a karate chop. Get your ass down there, Smith. And he used to be talking to me. And he used to turn his head to the side. And that made me say, that made it to where I can be standing in front of somebody and they say, you dumb nigger. Your mom, I bet your mom is a whore. And I say, yeah. You finished? Yeah. You was right. All right, have a good one. And they say, Dag, I said all that to him and it didn't bother him?
Right.
The military done changed me. Special ed got me hating mainstream. And my brothers made me tough. So put all that together, and this is what I am today. So when I have to speak, it's 100% pure truth. And I'm not going to speak the way you want. I'm not going to say, Your Honor. I'm going to say, Your Honor, you're wrong. Here's where you're wrong. This is what you did. But I tell you what, I'm going to tell your boss. And then I'll file a lawsuit in federal court. But you're wrong. And I'm not afraid to say that. All right. And I don't think any man should. In order for us to be defeated, wrong is in play. And it's up to you as the individual to acknowledge that. All right?
Yeah, sorry.
We definitely can help you. You just, think about it, whatever, this and all that. But we definitely can help you because it just sounds like as you already stated, you just need some direction and some professional guidance.
Yes, I wanted to custody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not it's not like she has more of the kid or whatever. But I understand they're trying to go after me because I'm the moneymaker. And I saw that already. Like the attorney, the judge is coming up with all these numbers. They're not even a
How
certified.
how
Like,
long has she been a citizen of the United States?
excuse me, Chris.
How long has she been a citizen of the United States?
Well, I helped her when we got mad. I helped her with the residence. So she, in 2017, like about 2 years later, I believe she's a citizen now. So that was, I think, like 2021, somewhere around there.
Got you. Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay.
and I didn't know that was all her plan along. Was
Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. Wow.
But I wanted to, get your help and reach out to you to case. Oh, Chris, or no?
Yeah. No, we do everything. Yeah.
Okay, and also then
Listen, personally suing people is our specialty, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes.
Like I told you earlier, you're not gonna get your victories in this arena. Majority of victories are going to come outside this arena, because what happens is women don't understand, and the courts don't tell them. Now, if women went to court, if women went to a court class and they said, "All right, women, pile in here. All right, we're going to teach you how to destroy men in family court. Get out your books. Come on, hurry up. Shaquita, come on. Put your hair away." All right. But they don't. They just tell these women, this is how you do this. Just tell us something. Well, in other arenas, that's a lie. You can't do that. So if you follow, when you say, "I want to sue her personally," that's our specialty. And why is it our specialty? Because 98% of the men that we help sue the mother had no idea they was able to do that. And we had to kind of talk them into it, because they was like, "Oh, yeah." Yes. I helped Atia LaShawn Bradley understand, I'm not trying to fuck with you in family court, really. That's just a bonus. But I'm going to get you, it's in civil and federal court. That's belong to me.
Right, yes. Okay.
And that's what it gets down to.
How to make a report, because there was a lot of stuff that she was kind of, lying to them, making false reporting. I know that's a crime. Mm-hmm. False reporting. No,
hey, listen. Please don't think you introduce nothing to us. We 60% of our clients, it's a full package. We got stuff. We getting this. We filing stuff over there. We calling schools. Did they say that? We emailing this person. When we file a motion in court, all bases are covered. So it's not. Listen. The reason why women win in court is because it's just a fill us out victory.
Yes.
They don't have to do nothing. It's just fill us out. Fill us out right here.
Right.
Yeah. And you like, that's all it took to beat me?
Yeah, exactly.
And we're saying, okay, listen, no, keep that thing up. I'm gonna pick out everything you did wrong, and I'm gonna file a lawsuit in civil court. And then you're gonna be saying to the people in family court, but, and they're gonna say, "Sorry, we ain't got nothing to do with that."
Right, exactly.
That's what it gets down to. So no, we do all that. Like I said, the way we do it is, this is, of course, is a consultation. Then if you decide to put us on a monthly retainer, then it's retainer. And then what happens is we do what we call an intake. When we do that intake, we put together our plan on how we're going to move forward. And the way this works is, I put all this stuff together, and then we just start having some fun. Our motto here, once we're on a retainer, is let's start having some fun. That's what it gets down to.
I will do that.
Yeah. The way it works is, I think she paid via Venmo. So yeah. So all you would simply do is go back to the method in which, and then we would prefer that you did it. I know that she did it. We just have an issue when women pay for the person, because that is not a verifiable account. Meaning,
yes.
Okay,
so my girlfriend was like, I think maybe they thought that she was, on a.
Yeah, we thought everything when because it was a female, so we was like, whoa. And we did lots of videos over the years saying, making a mockery of women that pay for men, because not in your situation, it's clear and obvious, but there's a lot of Shaquita's out there paying for their thug boyfriend and want to surprise him with, "Oh, I'm gonna help you with your 7 baby mamas." What? thinking that having a consultation with us is a gift for him, and we're like, we don't want to talk to him. Well, we represent fathers, not guys like that. So basically, what it gets down to is simple. However method you got us on retainer, depending on what we're doing at that time, we'll ask you for that just specific. Because what we do is we do one thing at a time. We don't just crowd everything. So yeah, all that stuff you got is good, especially the court transcript, perfect. It's just that when we're saying we're going to draft up a motion for this, this, and this, now send me that because I'm going to need that as an attachment. You got it all. So you'll say, okay, blah, 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 blah. Then we're going to say, in the motion, we'll put attachment is exhibit A is this right here. And this is the argument we're going to make.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right. So that was an individual that, listen, I want you guys to win. And when you're dealing with a woman that wasn't even a that is just sad. When you're dealing with somebody that wasn't even a citizen of the United States and helper and everything, you'll find out sooner than later, right? So you guys stay up. I'll catch you on the next one.